Hey guys, MA Fish Guy here, coming at you with a video on the saltwater tank. Now, I had a subscriber ask about the saltwater mollies and why I like them so much better than when they're in freshwater, how I got them into the saltwater tank, and kind of just some general questions. So with the saltwater tank, mollies are nice because they can do brackish, fresh, and saltwater, and they're actually quite hardy when it comes to the acclimation. These guys I just put in a bucket, put it on the floor with the water came in from the aquarium that they came from, and basically did a slow drip acclimation, basically just enough so it wasn't a steady stream coming out of the tube, and it was basically, like I said, a drip. Now, what I make sure to do is that I end up filling the bucket. I know it takes a little bit longer. You want to keep in mind any type of outside temperature or any kind of fluctuation in temperature. It's usually not a huge issue, but sometimes in the wintertime it can create a problem. So then what I did is, after I acclimated them, I basically just dumped everything back into the aquarium. The whole bucket dumped right back in, no problem. There are, and I have done it a little bit quicker ways when I've had to be in a rush to do it, or it's been definitely a rush situation. What you can do, I definitely don't recommend it, because sometimes, and I have talked to people who have had problems, I fortunately haven't had any problems. So what I do is just splice open the bag, and probably about every 5 to 10 minutes I will take a quick gulp of water into the bag. I'll dip it below the surface, and then I basically tie it back up and anchor it back onto the top of the tank. So after I cut it and splice it and fill a little bit of salt water, I'll hang it over the top and close this. Now, about every couple of minutes, I'll add the salt water over a period of time, and then basically what I'll do is, once it gets to the point where you don't see the salt water going into the fresh water, and what I'm talking about is you'll see a cloudiness going in. So if you add straight fresh water, if you watch, you'll see almost like a cloudiness where it gets a little bit foggy, and that's where you can see the fresh water going into the salt. Now what I do is I do that, and once you can't see that difference, then I introduce the mollies in. Like I said, only in a rush situation. I prefer the drip acclimation a lot better. It's a lot better for the fish. Although, like I said, I've never had a problem with the last time I did it like that. I definitely don't recommend it, and the drip acclimation is definitely the way you want to go. But yeah, these guys are all doing fine. I might go to the pet store tomorrow and maybe get some inverts. I've really been looking for that wool feel, and that way I can add something cool and unique to the tank. We've got the sand, we've got all the live rock they can hide behind and all that. And when it comes to feeding the mollies, I still just do your regular flake food. These guys specifically, I feed the omega-1. I just like that food, and they do phenomenal on it. You can still feed them the freshwater food even though they're in the salt water. But yeah, you can see just the nice blues on them. Even on the white silver molly, you can still see the blues. And of course, these guys are all boys, so sometimes the females don't color up as nice, but sailfin mollies are probably my favorite when it comes to adding like a freshwater fish to a saltwater tank. So I hope that answers your guys' questions on some of the mollies and freshwater fish in the system. And if you guys have any questions, post it down below, and I will definitely try my best to answer them for you. Thank you guys for watching, and check out my website, mafishguy.com.